Ticket macros are used to rapidly create and edit tickets for recurring issues such as password resets, order status, and how-to questions. Here are just a few examples. Any of these macros can be used as a starting place for a new ticket, and then as agents interact with customers on a call, more information can be added on the fly. To use the password reset macro, simply click Apply Macro. This could be for a new ticket or one already opened. Here's a macro to close a ticket while updating several other fields. After a ticket is created, macros can be used for standardized canned responses to automate commonly repeated ticket tasks, such as responding to a customer with a note, assigning a ticket to a group or person, changing a severity level or status, closing a ticket, etc. Lastly, here's a macro for thanking a customer for a product feature request. And you can still make changes to the ticket after the macro is applied. And so to summarize, in one simple step, macros are used to apply changes to a ticket or populate default information in a ticket so agents can work more rapidly. Note that Jiva has a feature called Quick Tickets, which has two relative advantages over macros. They can be used to spawn child tickets for such common tasks as onboarding and offboarding, and special reporting is available for them. Before any macros are configured, you'll see a gray disabled ticket macro button on the lower left of a ticket. Then, after at least one is created, the button will be blue and enabled. To begin configuring macros, first consider creating ticket macro categories. These are used to organize macros to make them easy for agents to quickly browse and use. Categorizing macros is optional, and each macro can only be assigned to a single category. Enter category names separated by a comma and then click Save. Once added, click on the name to edit as needed, and categories can be disabled or deleted. Next, begin creating the macros. Click Add New Macro, and then start by entering a macro name and optionally selecting a category. Then, configure the macro's actions. For example, you could configure a macro that will close a ticket, add a public note, and update several other fields. This can be very helpful for organizations that have a standard procedure for how to close issues. Simply define the specific ticket fields and menus in this template. For the public note that will be sent to your customers, enter specific text, which will increase the productivity of your agents by not requiring them to repetitively type in the same note text. For personalization, insert dynamic text, which is information already in the ticket, such as the customer's first name, agent's name, ticket number, etc. Once your macro has been configured, click Save to save your changes. As another example, you could create a macro for thanking a customer for a product feature request. Macros can be used as a starting place for a new ticket, and then as agents interact with customers on a call, more information can be added on the fly, such as specific information about the feature request. And as a final example, you could create a macro for a password reset. Again, click Save to save your changes, and then the macro will be immediately available to your agents and can be applied to any ticket through the Apply Macro button at the bottom of the Create and Edit ticket pages.